Welcome to this session on release testing. In this session, we'd like to answer a few questions, like what is release testing and why is it important? What types of tests should be done in the solution release stage, and where can we learn more about those types of tests? So, what is release testing? Release testing is a process that determines if our software is ready to be released. Release testing is different than system testing. System testing is typically done by the development team and focuses on discovering bugs in the system. Release testing, on the other hand, checks that the application meets the requirements and is good enough for its planned uses, which is more than just finding the bugs. Release testing also includes non-functional requirements, like does our mobile app work with limited network connectivity? Can it handle the large number of users or large number of requests that we might get? And does the app respond well on all the different types of devices that we expect our users to be using? So, release testing has a functional testing component, but also focuses on non-functional testing, as we're going to see. Why is release testing important? Well, some tests require a large amount of overhead or preparation, which would be too hard to do inside of the iterations. Some tests have to be done on real devices, which require an infrastructure to support this type of testing. And only after all of the iterations is the application ready to do the final end-to-end testing. So release testing is important because we may not have the time or the support to be able to do these types of tests during the iteration, but it is vital that these tests get done to prove the application is ready before we release it to production. What types of testing should be done in the solution release stage? Since the full solution is available, some of the testing that was done in the iterations will have to be done again. This means that the tester can be focused on performing functional and end-to-end tests that will help confirm that the app meets the user's needs and the business goals. Besides these functional tests, at this stage, we should also do more tests related to non-functional requirements. The types of tests that could be done here are things like device tests, where we can test on the expected set of devices or test on a device farm. We can do field tests, where we not only test inside of a controlled environment, but in the real world, where we'll face problems like limited network connectivity. And load or stress tests, where we not only test the app under normal conditions, but also under peak load. These activities are normally performed by experienced testers, and some of the things they need to do will be building test scripts for the required scenarios, executing and monitoring those tests, collecting and analyzing the data from those tests, and then creating a testing report to describe how the application has fared. Another responsibility of the tester in the solution release stage is user acceptance of the app. This includes acquiring final acceptance for any delivered functionality that wasn't accepted up until this point, or producing the appropriate findings for any rejections and scheduling another test. We would keep doing this until all of the delivered functionality had been accepted. So we've introduced a number of different types of tests inside of this session. Here we've included a number of interesting links that will help you learn more about those types of tests. Also, since load testing can be challenging, we have published a number of webinars on how to set up a load test and how to orchestrate and perform load testing on mobile apps. So that's it for release testing. Thanks for listening and have a great day.